This right here is a 2019 iMac. What we're gonna be doing today is replacing the hard drive on this model. Now, at first, for me, way back in the day, this was very daunting, right? It's a big screen, a lot can happen, but we've done so many of these, so they're pretty easy at this point. So this is the hard drive, or I'm sorry, the SSD drive that we're swapping out the hard drive with. We're gonna go ahead and swap this out, install Windows or OS, an operating system on it, the latest one that this model takes, and call it a day. We do have the customer's data backed up on an external hard drive, and we're gonna get started. So I'm gonna look for an area right here. Yeah, it's difficult to get it on the camera. Right here on the edge of this MacBook or iMac. I'm gonna create an opening with my razor blade, and enough for me to just put the blue pick in, and we'll just go ahead and keep slicing the adhesive away. So I'm not gonna go slice all of it just yet. I do want to just release tension in one area. This lowers the risk of any damage as I'm going through. Okay, so now that I've cut a good portion of this corner, I'm just gonna go ahead and slice through all the way. Just like this. We'll go back and just a little bit deeper this time around. And now that it is kind of opening right there, so I can kind of stick my finger and hold it as I'm going through. We want to be careful now, because as the screen is opening, it can just easily come right off now. And there it is. This is how we open iMac screens. It's pretty much done. So I'm gonna cut the last amount of adhesive down here. And that's that. So let's go ahead and take a look inside. There are cables. There's this cable and there's another cable. So we're gonna go ahead and detach this one from the motherboard. Simply just tug on it. Is that not working? Then maybe, yeah, we have to tug on it from the bottom, I think. Okay. One cable, and the second one right here, this one has a pull tab. That should be easier. That's that. Okay, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna keep this attached at the bottom. So we'll rotate it, and then we'll put something underneath to hold it in place. Like for instance, this model right here. I want to replace this guy right here. And for me to do that, I have to remove this bracket, that bracket, and we're going to be swapping it out with this guy. So let's start. Want to be careful, you don't want to drop any screws inside. It's going to be a problem, so I'm going to make sure it's magnetized. All right, pull this off. And that comes off just like that. This one comes off just like this. We should be able to just pry this off, yep. Okay, now that we have this removed right here, this is the old hard drive, the 1 terabyte. We're gonna be swapping it out with a SATA SSD drive. Get our razor blade. This is an okay brand. It's not a high-end brand. I don't recommend a super high-end brand for computers, for iMacs like this one, just because these are a little bit older. A very expensive one is not that necessary, and these do last you at least 4 to 5 years. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove this old casing, and we'll match it to the way it was here. That. And then the right side as well. So I wanted to be fancy a little bit on this repair. We have a 3D printer at the store. So we print stuff for the store from time to time and repairs. Like for instance, that InstaFix logo, we printed this one about a few weeks ago and we installed it just a few days ago. For this computer, I printed a foundation support for this SSD, but I was wrong. This is not for this model. On other iMacs, they usually have the 3.5-inch hard drives, and they're very large. So when you remove the hard drive from its location and you put in an SSD, there's a lot of wiggle room for the new SSD. So we print this. This allows it to just be in place instead of that hard drive. We're gonna install the cable. Okay, we got the cable plugged in. I'm gonna go ahead and screw this back in place. Did you guys see all that dust? Okay, that's good. Yeah, it definitely needs to be cleaned. Now we'll put this guy back to how it was. Blow some air into this, and then we'll test, seal it, and call it a day. Now, if you're doing this at home yourself, or you're trying to figure out how to do it, just do keep in mind the hard drive that you remove, that hard drive has all of your data on it. So don't just throw this away unless if whatever data is on is not important or it's crashed. Now this customer is a customer of ours that we've done many repairs for them. They'll trust us with it, but either way, we're gonna give it back to them, so we won't have to be liable. We're just gonna blow some air while... Okay, so we have everything ready to go. I'm gonna start prepping the sealing of the screen. So how this process works is I'm gonna remove this old adhesive from the edges. And if I'm good enough, I should be able just kind of pull it without ripping it apart. That's if I'm good enough. Let's see. There it is. Wow. Try it one more time, because the top portion, I believe, has gaps in between it, so it makes it easier to rip. On the smaller screens, which is this one, this is the 21.5 inch, regular 3M adhesive works. But on the larger 27-inch screens, the adhesive that I'm gonna put will not work. I use different adhesive for that. I usually send videos about repairs to the customers that we repaired it for. So if you're watching this, did you see how much dust came out of your computer? I can tell you one thing for certain, once I'm done here, I'm gonna have a lot of cleaning up to do here. Now that we have this frame clean, we're gonna go ahead and remove the exact same thing off the screen, because the screen has some as well. So just like that. We are pretty much done here. Let's put the new adhesive. I have the adhesive strip, we'll add it. It's a perfect size too. We have a little bit left. I want to add it where the antenna is. When I first started doing repairs, I'm self-taught. I had my cousin that helped me out actually in the beginning. He helped me out with phones, because he does phones primarily. After that, I had to figure out all the computers, tablets, and other random tech that we get from time to time. On my second or third iMac, the adhesive that I used on it wasn't the best. So not knowing that, obviously, the customer took it home, and about maybe 2 days later, he called and he told me that the screen just fell off from the iMac. Just completely fell off. He wasn't using it. It didn't hit anyone. Nobody got injured, but my heart sank when he told me that. He's like, okay, well, that's an expensive repair now, because I assumed the screen broke, and it did. I had to shell out $500 to buy him a new screen. $500. That's a lot of money because of a mistake. And after that, that mistake was never made. But we had to take care of him. We couldn't blame anybody except ourselves. And since it was my fault, I took the heat, and I took responsibility. Before I actually close this up, I'm gonna turn it on just to make sure it is on and works. Perfect. So those cables that we removed initially, we're gonna go ahead and put those back. Okay, good. We got the bottom cable in. We'll insert the top cable. Okay, perfect. I am gonna close it, but it's not gonna be a full seal. I'll just lightly close it, just like that. Okay, so the keyboard is connected, which is important. The reason why it's important is because when I turn it on, I want to go ahead and make sure that it boots into something called online recovery mode. Here it is. So I'm pressing the Windows and Alt and R. This should work. There it is. Now what we're doing here is we're using the internet to help us boot into recovery mode, which provides the latest OS this computer can take. So that's the best version of doing it. We have it on thumb drives, different versions like High Sierra, Yosemite, doesn't matter. We have random ones. This helps us to speed up some repairs. But in cases like this, when we install new drives, we wanna always figure out the latest OS the computer can take, and then we'll just install it this way. This process will take some time, about 20 minutes. All right, so it finished and it loaded into the recovery screen. On this screen, we have to make sure we are on Wi-Fi, and currently it is on our Wi-Fi. This is how we install, and on this computer, this is the latest Sequoia. It's the latest OS, which is Mac OS Sequoia. Before we install it on the new drive, we want to click on Disk Utility, click Continue. It's going to load up all the disks that's on this computer, and this computer is a Fusion, so it's going to have the Apple SSD one. We won't touch that one. We'll just This is the one that we installed today. That's the 1 terabyte. Let's always get into the habit of erasing it and keeping it as format, APFS, and the GUID partition map. So we'll click erase, gonna format it in a way that this computer can read and install the OS on. Now it's mounting it, perfect. Once you see that green check mark, we are good to go. So it created a container and also a volume. Because of this, we are gonna be installing the Mac OS Sequoia on this volume. So it'll be automatic. Once we click here, we install Mac OS Sequoia, we'll click continue. This part usually does take some time. We'll click continue here, and we are pretty much done. Once we find the volume, we'll click continue, let it load up, probably take about 45 minutes, and the entire operation is completed. Yep, there it is. Now you click on agree, agree. That's the volume that we just created after erasing it, and then we'll click continue. And we're done. So it's gonna say here about 2 hours and 52 minutes. That is some BS. It doesn't usually take that long, probably about 45 minutes, give or take. And once that is done, the entire operating system is installed and you can continue using the device as you expect. It'll be brand new and a lot more efficient and faster since we've already replaced the SSD on this one. This was the hard drive. We swapped it out to an SSD. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, let us know down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.